right, toy fans, so we're going to be trying out these two today. I found these. These are old Mega Brand stuff, so what do you say? Let's get into it. All right, toy fans. So we are here with another one of our, openings. I figured we'd build this. So I actually came across recently. It was oh my goodness, it was a set on Amazon that was like really, really, really cheap, and it was the Mega Brand. Now, for those who know, Mega is run through Mattel, and actually you can kind of see it. Mattel Corporation there. This was a Mattel there. This was their in-house brick brand, and they had forever. They had the license for Pokemon. And that when I went to, because I found these at Dollar General, and I looked, and they had two monster trucks kind of sitting on a back shelf. They're like $13, so really not that much, but I have another set coming in, which is like a cop and robber set. It's got like a helicopter, another car, and then a couple of minifigs. And I was like, you know what? I kind of want to see how these minifigs set up with the other minifigs. And I want to do some shorts on that to kind of see what we got. But I figured today, I was like, you know what? Let's put these together. Let's see. I got a blue one and a green one. I figured let's do the green one first, and then we'll do the blue one next. I think that'd be kind of cool. Put that up there for Mega. You have to excuse me. I am in the middle of building a mock. I've got a oh man, it's a little tram station. So how I figured I would have it is I'm going to have a small section of space in time. It takes a while to build up these things, but in time it would be that I would have a space from the harbor and the rest of the town. And so this little tram is going to run from one end kind of to the other. Basically, it bypasses a warehouse and lets people cross a road area that has no road or anything. So it's supposed to be like a little personal thing that gets people from the town area to the harbor space without causing any issues. So we'll see how that works out for us. We'll see. I mean, I still have to finish the harbor, to be quite honest. And there's a lot. There is a lot. But there's some things like I wanted to do, like a little entryway sort of thing between the warehouse and the pizza parlor. I think I was gonna stack the warehouse and make it taller, and I was like, you know what, I'll just keep it as is, but I do want to make it kind of a little entryway thing, and that's where this thing is going to stop, is right there, and then start past the other area, because I'm kind of leaving it where there's really no space, and that the pub and even the stuff back there, they kind of like butt right up against the rest of the stuff. So it makes it difficult. Okay, so we do have our little minifig here. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Does he have a visor? Nah. Doesn't flip up. It's just that. But look, we'll compare it to our Slubon figure. They are a little bit smaller than the Slubon figures. Let's see. Let's compare it to a Lego minifig. A little bit smaller than a Lego minifig. It still works, and I think that's my thing. Is it'll still work. Let's see how she compares to. Yeah, he's a lot smaller than the Friends, but the Friends they're taller minifigs anyways. But I think between Lumabricks, these guys, and Lego and Slubon, which I think I have another Slubon set on the way, we'll have a diversity of people. So that's not a problem with me. I like having a diverse culture. Different sizes, different body types, different skin colors. my city. I want there to be lots of different minifigs. So, besides, I got some Lego that's got, you know, peach skins, some that are yellow skinned, some that are brown skinned. I like it. Some tan ones, etc. Of course, I have a personal minifig, which I might change up a little bit, but he came in yellow. So, what do you know? Apparently I'm yellow. Must be afraid of everything. While we're waiting on this, I'm going to kind of kick the jams a little bit here. Kind of get things up and moving. Alrighty. So let's see. We do have... Oh, sweet. I love this. So they are rubber tires. Look at that. And there's printing on them. So this doesn't have any stickers. Everything is printed. Ah. That's going to be cool. Got a green window. Okay. And some unique and new pieces in here as well. Is that a modified? Yeah, it looks like a little modified 1x2 with a stud on it. Okay, here we go. So we are going to put this together. They show us how to put the minifigs together, but the minifigs are, most of the time, they're already put together. So it's like, oh, why do you show me that? I guess in case I rip them apart. Rip them apart. Teach them what's up, right? Or maybe not. Maybe not. Alright. So we're going to put our 2x2 down onto our chassis. Now we do get these specialized chassis. And we got a 2x2 plate, a 1x2 modified tile. Looks like we've got this 3x3. And that's supposed to snap right into there. Woo! Man, I will go ahead and tell you, the clutch power of these is to be desired. They're rough. Almost too much. Now, I've put together Call of Duty figures before, and that's also through the Mega Bloks brand. And I also have like the Pirates and Pirates of the Caribbean from back in the day, some Warhammer, including I've got a Goblin blimp that I got on a birthday years ago. It was one of those, I had some money. I can't remember what there was a toy I was wanting to buy, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And I was looking, and they had this Warhammer Goblin blimp on clearance at Walmart. And I wanted that thing so bad. I said, you know what? I got the money. I'm going to go blow it on it. I think I might have been looking for G.I. Joe action figures, the 30th anniversary. So I got that Goblin blimp. I put it together, and I have absolutely enjoyed that thing. I mean, I haven't collected any more of the Warhammer stuff. But I still have it, and I'll dust it off. I haven't rebuilt it actually in a while. But yeah, it was a solid build. I still have the box for it and everything. It's one of those I was like, I don't want to give that one up. I enjoy it too much. So we got ourselves a little wedge here that's going to act as a seat, it looks like. Boom, we'll put that in. And then we got... Alright, so instead of us having a steering wheel column, we've got a plate that's got a wheel hole on it, and then we got a steering wheel. So that's how we're doing our steering wheel, apparently. It's going to go right in the center. Boom. Alright. And then we're doing all of our wheel wells here. So blah, 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 blah. We got 4 of them. And they're pretty much, I mean, they're like the Lego ones. They're a little bit different in that this actually has kind of a step here. But we are setting them up 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So we're not distinguishing on color. They're all going to be the same. I figured maybe we'd have like green ones and then yellow ones, like maybe they're trying to do like yellow on the back, but they are not. Absolutely are not. So I kind of leave it to them. Now, there's some interesting pieces in here. We got a 1x5 snot plate. I mean, these are things that you don't normally come across, to be quite honest. So it's a little odd, but like I said, I'm not gonna complain. Now we do have this step here. This snot plate actually has a bit of a step to it, so I find that kind of interesting. So we're gonna pop that on just like that. We're building it up just like that. You never knew. Alright, so 2 1x3s. It's weird that we're working all in odd numbers. All odd numbers. Strange. You never knew. Except for when we've got 1x2s. But 1x2s. But everything else is 1x3, 1x5. Very peculiar. Very, very peculiar. Alright, so we have these two sides. Let's see. One. So it looks like Hot Wheels goes to the back. So this one should go here. This one should go over here. I find it interesting. I mean, that print looks bad right there. Look at that. That's pretty clean right there. But I find it interesting that they've created all these very obscure parts. Very obscure. Alright, so we have 1 1x2. I missed a yellow 1x3 that goes right up here. That's going to go right there. Boom. So that's going to even that up. That goes right here. 1. It's going to go right behind it. 2. It's starting to look like a truck or car, I guess you could say. I could always, like, depending, I could always, like, pull the wheels down and do a different wheel set on it to make it a little bit better. I will say the booklet is a bit aggravating. Alright, so instead of us having 1x4, 1x2, 1x1s, 1x3s, we got 1x5 flat tiles. Again, this is not our usual what we normally work in. Normally we work in whole numbers. So we got a 1x3 with a print, and then we got this plate here that also has a print. This is going right on top. Boom. This one is, it's called the Gunkster. The Gunkster. Okay, we'll get behind that. It's kind of gunky looking. Alright, this is going to snap one to here. One right here, and it's going to kind of create the front of this vehicle. And then again, more very particular parts. These are like the 1x2 tiles with the little wall up, but now the walls have been cut to almost an edge to create this kind of rocker right here. Very peculiar. Very peculiar. I think it's interesting, and I'm glad I found these sets. I think they're cool, but it's like thinking about, like, you know, standardized parts and parts that you would normally use. There's a lot of this that it's like I would be apprehensive to use this and mock with, because this is not stuff that I think I would just normally find anywhere, you know? Like, it's just kind of odd. Alright, so we do have this windshield, and even it is very peculiar. It's a 1x5, or I should say a 2x5 studded windshield that goes back. Even has some interesting cuts there on the side. Man. Okay, so we do get a roof plate, and the roof plate is, you guessed it, a set 1, 2, 3, 4. It is actually a 4x. And we've got, so that means that this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Also a 4, but it has a lip on it. So it is still a specialized part. And we're leaving a gap, it looks like, there in the back. It's kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. I love the look of this thing. Like, it looks cool. And like I said, I don't know if we would be able to change out for other wheels because look, the plates themselves are 1x3s. We could always adapt it. When I say adapt it, we could always like put a snot plates in place where we put plates and then like a couple other plates underneath it. So maybe a 2x2 modified tile that has like one piece in the center we could put there, or even we could even put a 2x2 plate there and build it up, but then we had to clear the sides, so it's going to be taller. If I didn't want the wheels on there down the road, I would actually be able to change it, but these pieces are fitted in a way that they are meant to fit one into the other. Now, interestingly enough, we've got this piece here. We're supposed to put that in, but it doesn't actually clear. Oh, I see. Okay. Interestingly enough, we're supposed to put these 3x3 plates down, 1 and 2, but I don't remember seeing anything in the directions about putting those down. So 23. Maybe that was early on. I just missed it. Yeah, it's the first direction. That's why. Okay. So the very first direction. If you miss it, it's going to get you each and every time. All right, so we're going to put these into play now. Boom and boom. That's going to be a pretty tall vehicle. I could imagine that these guys have got some road hazarding that they're going to be doing in the near future. Okay, so we still have stuff that we are building, so we're not done just yet. Okay. So I was looking, I was like, man, that's like, I don't think we're done, but we still have the front of the vehicle to make. So we got another 2x5. Such an odd choice. You know, we normally have for what is it, Lego City, it's 4x4 stud wide, or no, 6 stud wide cars. Originally, way back in the day, it used to be 4 stud wide. And then we've got, you know, the 8 stud wide. Those are your Speed Champion sets, Mold King. You know, you've got some others there, but it's like, it's kind of weird to have a 5x. And I guess there's nothing wrong with it. It's kind of just an odd choice out of all of the parts you could pull from. You choose an odd number set. That's why, you know, and I'm kind of wondering, like, you know, like, I haven't seen a lot come from the mega brands here recently, and it makes me wonder if they're struggling because of some of their build choices. Just odd. Just very, very, very odd. Okay, so we got the Gunkster. This one goes on top, and the Hot Wheels goes on the bottom. I like Hot Wheels. My kid and I, we used to do a lot of Hot Wheels and Matchbox. Alright, so that's going to go right back here, cover that up. And then we got our wheels. So now, the cool thing, these wheels are actually printed. I think that's kind of cool. We got printed wheels. It's not something you normally get on most vehicle sets. But at this being, like, you know, less than $15, it's kind of it's awkward. The drivers and the little minifigs are, you know, they've got, look at that. They've got ball jointed heads. They've got ball hinged shoulders. They've got swivel wrists, swivel waist, kind of, yeah, swivel waist, and then hinged legs. So there's quite a bit to it, surprisingly. Okay, so we're supposed to fit this guy in here. Let's see if we can. He's got his green attire for the Gunkster. He does not want to fit in there, does he? Let me rephrase it. He doesn't want to fit in there and still have me pull his arms up so he could drive. I'm going to use this little brick separator thing. It's not a traditional brick separator either. That's one for tiles. There we go. Wow. Wow. All right, not too bad. Not too bad. Look at that. Not too bad. So let's fix this other one, right? So it looks like they had a thing where you could switch out, rebuild your cars into monster trucks. So if I came across a car, I'd be able to mix out the cars with it. Now, for some of these, I saw some of these at Ollie's at one point, and I'd be willing to get them. But honestly, like I don't think I haven't seen them in a while, because I was looking at one point. I was like, hey, kind of wonder if they have them, but hadn't seen them in my area. But they might still be up and around. Okay, so this time we're working on this one. This is the Race Ace monster truck. The other was Gunkster monster truck. This is Race Ace. Race Ace. I dedicate this one to my buddy Ace. He passed away. I love him. Miss him. Hopefully you get to see him, one day. Oh, when it's time to go. When it's time. Alright. But honestly, I gotta tell you, I'm not racing to get there. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. If not, don't worry about it. Might not have been meant for you. Okay, so we do have printed parts again. Blessed, I love printed parts. I'm okay with stickers sometimes, But I think for me, when you get printed parts, it just feels that much sweeter. Like, you care enough about this product and about the audience you got. Because kids putting on stickers, man, that's going to be tough. I know my dad never put, I say never, he never put stickers on things, but if he did, I was really young. But after that, I took a certain joy in putting stickers on my pieces. But I also remember, I don't remember really having any stickers on Lego. But we didn't have a lot of stuff that looked like it was printed either. I remember with Pirates, I had a few things that printed, and I had space stuff. I had printed pieces. Seems like I had a Lego. It was Octane little racer. It was like one of the, I think it was a 4x-stud car that was a racer, and that one had stickers on it. Alright, so here we go. We're going to do the second build. We're going to check it out. This is Race Ace. Good old Race Ace. And we got another one of our minifigs. And they are small. I'll go ahead and admit it. They do feel super small in comparison. But they're still... Let me check them out to this guy right here. I mean, it still works. He's just you can just say he's a smaller dude. Smaller dude. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Now we're starting kind of the same way. So we've got... This time we're putting red plates on. That might have been an easier fix, honestly. And I gotta tell you, all this has a little bit of a metallic sheen to it. Ooh, so this was neon, right? This one's got metallic parts. It's got like a little bit of flecking in there. Yeah, it's got some little sparkle to it. I'm gonna call it sparkle posy. Here we go. We're gonna put that on, and then we got a 1x2 modified plate, and we're putting another 3x3 on the back. That's gonna line up, pop in there, and we got one right here. Not quite sure why we have this gap in there, but we do. Who knows? You could almost say it's that guy that has no arms and legs, No knows. Nobody knows. That was bad. That was very bad. All right, so pop this into place. Again, going 1x5s. 1x5s is a little odd. Very odd. I mean, I no complaints on this end because I do find it interesting. I wouldn't say I'm like completely interested, but there's a vague interest because of the fact that it's kind of it's an unusual pick. Out of all the things you could have gone 4 stud, 6 stud, and 6 stud's kind of the standard for a lot of cars. I mean, right now, I know there's a lot of companies, Technology, Mold King, even, oh man, I think even Make It Bricks. They're all like 6 to 8 studs. Most of them are 8 stud wise because they're kind of going with the Speed Champion sort of fit of vehicles right now, and that's kind of like their big. I think that's their big push. You know, keep it more model-esque. But yeah, it's. I can't remember what I ordered it from Mold King. It was another car, but it was a some sort of like Maserati. It's like purple and orange. I'm waiting for that to come in. But odd thing is that one I ordered because it also had some buildings around it, but it looks like an old beat up dilapidated alleyway, and it's like, what? I was like, all right. The thing is, I think for price, because that one was like really cheap, it's like $15. I was like, you know what, it's got some buildings to it that I could always mock use, and so I was like, I'm always down for that. Like that's one thing. You get me a cool car racer, yeah, I'll take it. You get me a racer that has a bunch of city stuff and you put it at a good price, I'm definitely going to get it. Absolutely. All right, so it looks like, there we go. We've been having internet problems. It's been snowing around here quite a bit. And we've had some internet issues along with other things. All right. So it looks like, yeah, this time again. So we're using these really odd, I mean, again, they're just odd pieces. It's like we could have used a 1 by, I guess it's 5 wide, so it had been a 1 by 3 with a plate up, but then put, studs on it, and then these 1 by 2 inverted wedges. It's kind of a, it's a bit of an odd duck of a feel sort of thing that we're picking here, but I mean, it works, and it's a unique part, and it's unique to these, which is why it's like, I would never want to lose any of these parts, because at this point, especially if they're stopping the mega brands, it's like, hey, I'm missing a part, I would never find anything to make. I wouldn't be able to make it again. And some of these parts they're very specific to these vehicles, like very specific. Very specific in probably the neediest way that's not very good. Just saying. Just saying. But what do I know? I'm just a consumer, right? I consume it, and I talk about it, and I share it with you, so that way we can we'll build, we'll review, I'll play with it. That way I can kind of help you guys make those decisions, because for me, that's my purpose. Purpose and plot here is to help you make informed decisions about the things that you buy. Build it, let you see it, review it after I played with it. And I like to give myself a little bit of time to play with it before I review it, so that way, if anything goes wrong, you will know. You will know. And I got to get back on the action figure run, too, honestly. I've got some action figures I need to take a look at. So, for those who have been enjoying the blocks, I got more. For those who originally signed up for action figures, I'm bringing them back. All right, this time we get our red windshield. I can imagine that's probably That's probably, let's see if we can, that's going to be kind of wild to look through at a car show, you know, like I got my big wheel truck here. I'm going to look through this red window where it's hard to distinguish whom is whom. Now, just kind of an odd choice for a window. Just saying. All right, so this is built pretty much exactly the same as the other. I don't see any differences so far. The process is the absolute same, except one is blue and red, and one is yellow and green. And there's difference in color, but that is it. Other than that, they're the exact same. So, if you wanted, you could switch out parts between the two because they're the exact same. Hey, you want a yellow thing on this? Sure. You want some green on the back? Sure. You just switch them out. You could, in theory, do that. And maybe I will. Can't tell me what to do. I'll choose myself. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. But I will say this. I won't do it until after I get it reviewed. Because I want to be able to give you the review of the item. Let's see what we are getting. Let's make sure that we're getting everything the way it's intended to be built and played with, and then we can make that decision. We got a 68 here. 68. It reminds me, color-wise, it reminds me of Soldier 76. So maybe, because I have a Soldier 76 minifig, maybe I'll put on the back of that Race Ace Soldier 76 on the back of the 68 Race Ace. And they'll work on protecting the area. I've got my hover truck with McCree in it. So, yeah, that's all I got. All right, and then we're putting that on the back. So we got Race Ace Hot Wheels. Love it. And we're going to pop our wheels on. Now, this one does not have printing on the wheels. Instead, they put their money towards having some metallic coloring on their vehicle. All right, well, let's put this guy in. Let's see if he's going to. Oh, look, he's got his arms up like 6'7". Ridiculous! I can't believe I did that. That is ongoing ridiculousness, and I gotta stop, honestly. Okay, so we'll put him in there. He's kind of short as far as getting to the wheel, but it's okay. We're gonna pop that right there, and look, we got ourselves another car. Now, other things in the line. So we got some of these racers. Man, that one would be cool. See that Corvette Grand Sport? I would be down for that one. The Rally Cat would be cool. The let's see, that Chevy Silverado, boom, that is one I would love to have. That one I might be looking for that. The Mod Rod would be pretty cool. The Roger Dodger, the Camaro would be nice. Is that, it says 17. Oh, I guess it's supposed to be 2017 Camaro. I'd go a little bit backwards. Let's get something else. We do have the Gunkster. We got the Race Ace. There's the heavy, what is that, Demo Derby. Okay. And they've got it where they've got the Chevy on there. Man, that 83 Chevy Silverado, I would be down for that. I remember when that truck came out. I was a kid back then, but I remember that. I think that 83 Chevy and that 64 Corvette, I am thinking both of those are now, and maybe that Mod Rod. Those are on my list now. I think those are on my list. So, that's a cool truck, too. Why didn't I see that one? Oh, that's the V8 Bomber. Okay. Not really into certain trucks that have like the, like the weird tiger sharks and all that. And I know they're monster trucks, and technically I should be fine with that, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to have that. It's kind of odd in my opinion, Me personally, it's not something I think I really care to see too much of. All right. So we got these two vehicles here. These are our 5-stud wide vehicles. Let's grab Let's grab a. Here was a. Oh, this is a 4x vehicle. Look how much bigger that is. Just by one stud. Just one stud. One stud. And then our. Let's see. Here, I had a police car over here. Now, this is a 6 stud wide. You can tell. 4 by 6. Yeah, and it's just like. Just a little bit bigger. I mean, it would work, and it'll work in the city, you know, as far as like them doing their thing. I feel like I lost all of his hair and everything. Let's fix his hair here. I've got there's a theory that the Lego City is basically all apocalypse garbage at this point, because if you look at it, most of what we get are vehicles that are for what is it? What they say it was police and ambulances, and that's what we get the most of, rescue stuff. I was like, that's an interesting theory. For some reason, I'm on the struggle bus getting these things in. Oh goodness gracious! Yeah, we're gonna put them in this way. Might have to do some rebuild on this one. Alright, let's pop that back on. Yikes. And we'll just toss that one in there. Alright, so we've looked at, obviously, I don't have any of my 8x cars here, but 8x is going to be wider than that. So, look, that's pretty big. But, you know, for your Lego City, you know, if you had a 4x, here, we'll kind of put them this way. So we got 6x, 4x, and the 5x wide vehicles. As a matter of fact, let's pull these off. There we go. Kind of see what the vehicle sizes look like. So they fit in. I mean, it's not anything. It's not like it's too crazy. We got our 4xs, which seem like Power Wheels at this point. These are what our standard is for our Lego City now. These would still fit. They're big. They're beefy, tall vehicles. So it's like, there's parts of me that want to find some new wheels, put these away, and actually, like, you know, get something new for it. But it works. It works, right? It works. They're cute. Cute. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. Well, that's all I got to say for these. Hey, you know, thank you for showing up and watching me build these. If you come across them, they're actually pretty good. Now, as far as I know, I believe Mattel is dropping some of the Mega Brand stuff. I know they lost their license to Pokemon. Pokemon was their big seller. That is now Lego licensing. And I'm not sure if they're going to be changing that at all, or if we're getting a new series of those coming in, or what. I just know at this point, they've kind of like, hey, this is what Lego has bought it. I haven't heard anything about Mega putting out any new stuff. So this stuff here is older, and I've seen it pretty much at clearance. I mean, I've never seen them in Walmart. I've never seen them at Target. This was at Dollar General, out of all places. And, you know, I'm glad I got them. I think they're kind of cool. I would definitely look for more. But I think for me personally, I would want the racers. I think the racers are going to be a better option for me in the city versus these. But it's worth looking and finding more. So I'll review them here in a few days. We'll kind of I'll play with it, see what they're like, and then I'll get the review out, so that way you can find out if it's really worth the price of $13.50 a truck. All right. Hey, I thank you all for showing up. I appreciate it. If you're watching this and it helps you out and it helps you with your purchase, or it helps you figure out how to build something, hey, I'm glad that it was able to help. That's what I'm here to do. I enjoy if you all subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Hit that like button. You know, definitely comment down below. Let me know that you're listening. Helps me out, and it keeps me going. And, you know, hit that bell for notifications so you can be notified of anything I make come into your inbox, so that way you know what's up, right? All right, so again, I thank you all. I love you all. Jesus loves you more. There's nothing you can do about it. Good luck with the build and happy brick hunting.